Good evening and welcome to this week's edition of Mike on the Mic. I'm Mike Hughes. Well, it doesn't seem like it, only 2 weeks left in regular football season before playoffs begin. Talking to playoffs, we're going to talk about some of the district records, about that here in just a minute after we talk about our area games of the week. First off, in the game you'll see here later tonight on Nex-Tech Local 1, this ought to be a barn burner, a MCL matchup, and it is going to be a doozy. Phillipsburg and Norton. Phillipsburg will travel to Norton to take on the Blue Jays. Phillipsburg victorious over TMP last week, 58-18, while Norton defeated Russell 48-14. A big rivalry here. Anything could happen. Other games this week include Hill City at Hoxie. Hill City 3-1 in district play. They defeated Decatur Community in Nex-Tech's Local 1 game last week, 68-36, while Hoxie defeated Trigo 28-12. Abilene is at Hayes High. Hayes High lost last week in McPherson, 48-14, while Abilene defeated Wamego 50-14. Stockton will be at Northern Valley. Stockton defeated Wilson last week, 54-28, while Northern Valley won over Sylvan Lucas by a score of 66-44. Quinter is at St. Francis. St. Francis had a bye last week. They're ranked number 1 in 8-man 1, and Quinter lost to Rawlins County 48-0. It will be Osborne at Bennington. Osborne victorious over Victoria last week, 54-8. Bennington lost to Solomon by a score of 68-26. Victoria is at Lincoln. Lincoln lost to Logan Palco last week, 58-0, as we mentioned. Victoria losing to Osborne last week. Logan Palco will be at Solomon. Logan Palco, again, beat Lincoln last week, 50-0, shut him out. Solomon was over Bennington, 68-26. Ellis is at Plainville this week. Ellis lost to La Crosse last week, 44-12. Plainville defeated Oakley, 51-0. Boy, Hayden Friend, what a game for him. He threw for 5 touchdowns, ran for 2 touchdowns, while the defense for the Cardinals forced 2 turnovers, had 3 sacks, and 8 tackles for loss. Trigo is at Rawlins County. Trigo lost to Hoxie last week, 28-12. Rawlins County was over Quinter, 48-0. Wilson is at Lakeside. Lakeside defeated Thunder Ridge, 70-32, and Wilson lost to Stockton, 54-28. Pike Valley is at St. John's Beloit Tipton. St. John's Beloit Tipton won by forfeit last week over Southern Cloud, officially a 1-0 ball game, and Pike Valley over Tesket 50-0. Rock Hills at Southern Cloud. Rock Hills defeated Lynn 56-6. Southern Cloud again forfeited to St. John's Beloit Tipton last week. We'll see if they can get a team together this week. Thunder Ridge at Sylvan Lucas. Again, Thunder Ridge lost to Lakeside last week. Sylvan Lucas lost to Northern Valley. TMP, they'll be at Russell. TMP lost to Phillipsburg, Russell lost to Norton, so they'll battle to see if one of those teams can stay into playoff contention. Republic County will be at Smith Center. They're both 1-0 district play. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Smith Center blanked Sacred Heart last week, 33-0, while Republic County defeated El Saline 42-12. And Garden City will be at Great Bend, a battle of 7 O's here. This is for the conference championship. Great Bend won over Liberal last week, 49-7, and Garden City defeated Dodge City, 36-13. And Golden Plains, 5-1 on the season, defeated Whitley Grinnell last week, 46-0. They ended Toma both in the first round of 6-man state football action. Now, speaking of districts, first off, in 5A West, Great Bend, the number 1 seed at 7-0. In 4A1 District 8, Abilene and McPherson are both 1-0, while Mego and Hayes 0-1, so Hayes playing to stay alive or have a chance in the playoffs. 3A District 14, Phillipsburg and Norton, both of them are 1-0, so this could determine who's going to be district champion. Russell and TMP both 0-1. Again, one of those teams might have a chance to move on in district play as well. In 1A, District 6, Smith Center, Republic County, both 1-0, most likely for the district championship there. El Saline and Sacred Heart, both 0-1. District 7 in 1A, Plainville and La Crosse, both 1-0. Ellis and Oakley, both 0-1. We moved to 8-man 1 District 4. Remember, 8-man's been in district play for a while now. In District 4, Osborne is 3-0. Logan Palco and Solomon both 2-1. Bennington and Victoria are both 1-2, and Lincoln is 0-3. They're basically eliminated. In District 8 in 8-man 1, St. Francis, they're in the driver's seat, they're 4-0. Rollins County and Hill City are both 3-1. Hoxie 2-2. Decatur Community 2-3. Trigo is 1-3, and Quinter is 0-5. Now in 8-man 2, District 4, St. John's, Beloit, Tipton, and Pike Valley, they're both 3-0. Rock Hills is 2-1. Lynn 1-2. Tesket and Southern Cloud both 0-3. And in District 5 in 8-man 2, Lakeside, they're in the driver's seat, they're 3-0. Northern Valley and Stockton both 2-1. Sylvan, Lucas, Wilson, they're both 1-2. Thunder Ridge is 0-3. And in this week's Cape Preps rankings, 5A, Great Bend's ranked number 1. In 3A, Phillipsburg number 3. In 2-1A, Plainville ranked number 2. Smith Center number 3. 8-man 1, Osborne ranked number 4. And 8-man 2, Pike Valley is ranked number 2. So that's the way the rankings go. That's the way the playoffs go. Next week, I remind you, next week we're going to come to you on Thursday. Next week, Mike on the Mic will be on live Thursday. And don't forget, we'll have games next week live both Thursday and Friday due to state volleyball. Some teams play Thursday, some play Friday. So next week, we'll have games for you here both Thursday and Friday. So that's going to do it for this week's edition of Mike on the Mic. We do want to thank our sponsor, Phillips County Health Systems. Thank them for their support. And we're going to send it back to Curtis and Chris with this week's Area Game of the Week right here on Nex-Tech Local 1 right after these messages.